The aim of marketing is to know and understand the customer so well the product or service fits him and sells itself. And there are only 4 parts, 4 places where your marketing model can be broken. If you have a problem, your problem is in one of those 4 areas, all right? So you've got this bucket that you put money, time, effort, energy, resources into attracting clients, building your business. I'm talking about attracting clients, but really building your business, right? There are 4 areas where it can be leaking your money and leaking your efforts, and you're not monetizing them as well as you could. Number 1 is lack of visibility. You are a best-kept secret to some of your best clients. They don't know you exist. There can be a myriad of reasons for it. You don't spend enough money on marketing, or you don't market at all right now. One of the funniest things, bless you, I hear business owners say, it's like, man, I know we've got to market, but I just want to get some business first, and then once the business is going, we'll start marketing. What kind of backwards thinking is that? Where did you come up with that idea? Would you just listen to what you said again? I have no business, therefore I cannot do marketing because I've got to get more business. Well, how are you going to get more business if you don't do any marketing? It makes no sense to me. I tell you how I'm going to do it. I'm going to get another certification course on how to do better at what I do. Really? Try again. Okay, I thought it would be funny with this audience, but I guess it wasn't. All right, so you're doing nothing, you're doing too little. You may be in the wrong market completely. You may be, if you're advertising, maybe you're advertising in the wrong places. If you're networking, maybe you're going to the wrong groups. All right? Well, for whatever reason, people are not seeing you. They're not hearing you. They're not aware you exist. The second leak is interest. You know, for those of you that are still networking or you have a large group of people you associate on a regular basis, you can probably relate to the fact that people know you, they like you, they communicate to you on a regular basis, and yet if you were to ask them to tell you what you do, they have no clue. They never asked you to do business with them and help them in their lives or companies, even though you could. And yet the conversation never got down to business. They're likable, you have great conversations. How many of you ever went to a networking meeting more than once or twice or 3 times, and you were running into the same person, you had great conversations, and yet it never ended up picking interest on their part about, hey, you're a great person, what can you do for me? Got that? So again, what are some problems for this? You may be in the wrong target market. You may not have clearly identified and expressed and communicated what I call your hub, H-U-B, hot, undeniable benefit of working with you. You may have no credibility, so they kind of view you as a nice person. They may even have an idea of what you do, but they don't believe you could do it for them. Therefore, they don't trust you. Not enough to have a conversation. Hey, I would love to give you some of my money if you can do your magic for me. All right, that's really what you want. You want them to just say, hey, I've seen you out there, I want to have a conversation. I'm willing to pay you some money, tell me what you can do for me. That's the part where it breaks. It doesn't happen. They are aware of you, they're seeing you. They may be reading your articles and newsletters if you're sending some stuff out right now, but for some reason they're not crossing over. It's like, yeah, they're great readers, they open my newsletters, but so what? Nothing happens. Well, where's the disconnect, all right? Maybe your offer is weak in here too. There's nothing to take you up on. They don't know you haven't told them that there's a next step. You haven't told them, hey, listen, I know we like each other and we never talk about business. I just wanted to throw that out there for you to just file in your mind. I do work with people like you and companies like yours. We do some fantastic things. If at any point you want to explore this, here's how you would need to do that. Just wanted you to be aware of how the process works. Maybe you never educated them what you want them to do. And they're not naturally outgoing people to take that action on their own. Number 3 is conversion. They now have expressed interest. They came to you and said, hey, I have my checkbook right here, and I'm prepared to write you a big fat check for your services. I just want to have a conversation of how it's going to work out. And then you and your brilliance managed to butcher it so badly that they take the checkbook back with them, okay? And as you were all excited thinking, man, this is going to be a great client, you're going home with no money in your pocket, thinking, how the hell did I manage to talk them out of doing business with me, right? Has it ever happened to any of you? It happened to me, all right? Poor sales skills. You don't know how to have a decent conversation. You just, what I call, show up and throw up. Okay? Just like, whoa, let me tell you all there is to know. And then 2 hours later they go, oh, okay, I think I'm done, all right? I don't think I need to be working with you anymore. Low perceived value versus high perceived risk. What's your offer to take you up on something? Bad pricing strategy. Some of the biggest breakthroughs I created for some of my clients is I told them to double the prices. I looked at what they were doing. I said, everything else is cool. Start charging double. And just like that, people all of a sudden, they were having all sorts of objections. Now that the price was different, they would just say, okay. Because sometimes, a lot of the times, people will look at your price, that must not be good. Number 4, retention. This is the last area of the problem. Now, you acquired your customers, but for some reason, they're working with you for a month, 2 months, and they're jumping the ship. What's the problem? Maybe your offer wasn't structured well enough, it didn't explain what the program is, and they were disappointed. Okay, so maybe poor communication in terms of what they get versus what they actually received. Maybe the quality of the program and the service that you deliver isn't quite what you promised. Okay, so you overpromised or oversold and underdelivered. So you have to start thinking, if your clients are not staying with you long enough, what's not working? How can you make them stay longer? What can you deliver to them that's more impactful, that's more valuable? And the only person that can answer that question is your actual clients. So now conceptually, if you've got 4 areas of problem, there can only be 4 areas to fix it, right? It's like this puzzle you put together. And if you look at your marketing, if you start looking at, am I really in all 4 quadrants? Am I doing activities in all 4 quadrants? And if you are, chances are you have a growing business. If you aren't, then you will see what needs to be fixed. The first one is, are you doing enough things to attract new people into the loop? The leads, the value seekers, information seekers that want to be exposed to what you're doing, all right? Then if you are, do you have methods in place currently that are working well, that are proven and tested, that are converting? Leverage. Once I have those clients, what am I doing to explode the level of business I'm doing with them? Am I offering them other products or services? Am I inviting them to do other things? All right, so are you leveraging your clients? Are you having mechanisms in place to ask for referrals? And then there's retaining. You know, what am I doing to just do something a little extra, a little special that maybe wasn't promised, but it's appreciated?